The Orioles are going to win their next World Series 40 years later. Baltimore is going to win. Then the very next year, the Yankees can appear in their 41st World Series. The Yankees is Camacho 41. Baltimore would win the World Series. Then the Yankees would appear in their 41st World Series. The Orioles are going to win the World Series. This is going to mean that Aaron Boone is going to be fired. The Orioles have 54 playoff wins all time as a franchise in the postseason. Now there it is right there, 54. So 57, 61, and 65. Their 65th playoff win as a franchise would be to win the championship. Philadelphia appeared in last year's Fall Classic. New York Yankees is Camacho 65. Houston Astro without an S. Sometimes it does have meaning, but I do like this Camacho 65 right here. It's going to tie into next season, just as Baltimore being the defending champion before the Yankees appear in their 41st World Series the very next year. Babe Ruth, he had a minor league contract with the Orioles in 1914, 1912. And so this is 100 years after the Yankees' first title. Thought it made sense for the Yankees, but anyway, it would just be the place where Babe Ruth is from, which would be the team from Baltimore. It'd be their fourth title, the Orioles. This is the year of the Rapid 2023. It'd be for their 8th American League pennant. And so 10 division titles, 3 wild card berths, their 13th playoff berth as a franchise. It's looking like. Is that what's happening right there? Actually, they have 14 playoff berths. Their 13th playoff series victory as a franchise should be their first this postseason. LA is 13. Their 15th postseason series win would be for the Dodgers. 15th World Series loss as a franchise. 40 years later, the Orioles can win the World Series. LA Dodgers is Camacho 40. Angelos is the owner of the Orioles, and Peter Angelos is the Camacho of the Yankees' 28th title if he does win the World Series 40 years later from Baltimore after 1983. Santander, one of the stars of the show, is World Series in reverse. Austin Hayes is 61. George Ruth, born at Baltimore, is 61. The Orioles would enter the World Series with 61 wins as a franchise. The manager of the Baltimore Orioles, Brandon Hyde. He was a World Series champion with the Chicago Cubs in 2016. Can win 84 months later for the Orioles, 8th pennant for their 4th title. Chicago Cubs is also Camacho of the 61st playoff win entering the World Series. And the LA Dodgers would be going down to Baltimore. It's looking like it's Atlanta next year. Then it looks like LA is going to be the team this year. Brandon Hyde, the manager of the Orioles, his birthday is on the day of the start of the postseason, October the 3rd. Brandon Hyde, 56. The Dodgers won a illegitimate championship during the coronavirus. They won 56 games that season, the Dodgers. Brandon Hyde, 56. I think Peter Angelos is 56 as well. Peter Angelos, 56. The Orioles to beat the Dodgers in the World Series, which is going to be a World Series rematch. The Orioles-Dodgers World Series. That was 1966. The Orioles won 4-0 over the Dodgers. They can win 40 years later. 57 years we could see this matchup again. World Series has come out to 57. It's going to be the Orioles over the Dodgers. Baltimore wins before the Yankees appear in their 41st World Series next year, 2024. The Orioles are going to take it.